Rain starts this afternoon if you look off to the west. Well, it's coming. Looks like it's going to be about 1 o'clock or so. And snow's coming, according to my radar. Pete, you guys watch it pretty closely too in the old IODOT station,
Without a doubt, we're ready for whatever they throw at us.
right? So this means there's going to be no brine going down. We were just talking about that. And see this, I'm just going to tell you what I've learned over the years with you that if it's going to rain, brine does not go down, even though there's snow on the way. So because it's going to wash away. But if we didn't have that rain coming, just snow, it'd be coming down, or you guys would be out there applying that right now.
Most of the time, you're correct. The difference is right now, Jay, is the road temperatures are above freezing,
Right.
so the snow that falls isn't going to stick, and it cleans up so much faster. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, we're ready to go, depending on how much snow we get and what kind of impacts it has on the road. But storms this time of year, even that blizzard we had a couple weeks ago, it cleaned up really, really nicely. You know, you have a blizzard like that in January, or you've got freezing road temperatures and snow sticking to the roads and getting iced up and compacted. You know, it's a pain. But that one, as soon as the visibility cleared up and we made our last rounds, the roads were clear. So it's so many different things. It's literally a science. It's literally a class in science on how they keep the roads clean. It's not just going out and pushing a button and dropping a plow. But you are correct. If it's going to rain, there is no brine. But we are looking at rain at this one first, and again the warmer road temperatures. So hopefully whatever we get cleans up quickly, and we can get on with spring.
Well, let's get to it. That means spring is around the corner. So that means the IODOT update, of course, brought to you by the Mason City All Risk Insurance. And Pete gives us an update. First off, how about that pothole patrol? Is that doing okay? We getting those underway too?
They are cleaning up wherever they can. So yeah, it's they've been doing a good job. I haven't seen, and again, I don't sit and watch what they do at the shop, but I know they're out addressing the main ones. And again, if there's anything that literally pops up, don't be afraid to call us or call the shop, and we'll do what we can to get out there and get it patched up. So, and we're getting close to the point too where we can do a more permanent patch where we start getting temperatures that'll stay above freezing. But yeah, like I said, that's just part of it. We'll keep watching for them and addressing them where we need to.
All right. Of course. When do you get into full swing of all this road construction for the year? Is that coming up still about a month away yet, or what?
It depends on the project. It depends on the contractor. It depends on other work they've got going. But mid-April is when we are really in full swing. We actually started a couple projects a little earlier than normal this year, including the US 65 project in Mason City and the bridge deck overlays over in Clear Lake on I-35 over Main Avenue and over 4th Street or Old 106. So those projects are in full swing and going well. We've got the all the pavement removed between 6th and 10th Street on 65 in Mason City, and right now they are working on sanitary sewer. Then they'll be doing the water mains. They'll be doing storm sewer. Then they'll come in and pave that section and then move on to the next section. So again, that is detoured. The road is closed to through traffic between 6th and 19th, and traffic is using 122 Monroe and then 19th to get back to 65. The businesses in that area are open. You do have access to them through side streets. You can use 65 south of 10th Street by taking the side streets. So just remember that those places are still open, and don't be afraid to go down there and use them. Again, we mentioned the I-35 bridge deck overlay project, the northbound on-ramp at 106 and the southbound off-ramp remain closed, so we can get the bridge deck overlays done. We also have lane closures up on I-35 in that area, so be aware of that as you're going through there. Those should be opened up, those ramps, by Memorial Day. That's the goal on that one. And then the other project we have going on right now is mainly it's a sidewalk project in Osage, and they're working in the downtown area right now on the north side between 7th and 8th Street. May start seeing them go over to 6th Street and start working as well. So that's progressing. Later on in that project, we'll be doing some reconstruction of Highway 9 on the west edge of town, and we'll also be resurfacing Highway 218 north of Highway 9 in Osage. And then the other one that we want people to be aware of that's going to be starting pretty soon, that is Iowa 122 reconstruction in Mason City between Pierce and Monroe Avenue. And that is set to start on April 14th. It will start with work on the intersections at Monroe and at Pierce. The whole entire area will not be closed off at first. So they'll be removing the medians in the Monroe and Pierce Avenue area so we can move traffic over to the south side of the road, the eastbound lanes, while we reconstruct the westbound lanes or the north side of the road this year. So, like you said, things are gaining momentum and starting to pick up, and they're going to continue to do that throughout the spring and summer.
I do a lot of trips over towards the Okoboji area.
I understand that.
So besides that Pierce and everything here in Mason City, I think past that I'm going to really run into, because Britt and Garner had things going on last year.
Yep. And we're going to be doing a big resurfacing and widening project in Garner later this year. We don't have a start date yet on it. We should hopefully know within a few weeks when it's going to get going, but more or less to kind of just a general overview of the project, we'll be widening the road through Garner, making it a 3-lane highway, and resurfacing it as well, and doing some intersection improvements at the intersection of 18 and 69. So we'll update you on that one as we get more information as far as the start time.
So we're gonna have a race strip right through Garner.
No, I don't think that'll be happening. I don't think that'll be happening. So, the one thing too, just to make sure everybody knows, there will not be a detour. Everything will remain open. There'll be lane closures or pilot car and flaggers where work is going on, but traffic will still be able to continue to use 18 through Garner throughout the project.
Can I come in the back way and go through town and then come up on 69 and get back onto the highway?
You sure can.
Right, okay, without a pilot car?
If you go off before, yeah, yep. I mean, it depends on if you go halfway into town and then go south and then try to get back up on 18 through 69, you might have a pilot car. But if you go south before Garner or north,
Right.
yes, then you can.
It's kind of like my old stomping grounds. I kind of know I know the back roads around there.
So you've been on those back roads a few times?
A few times.
All right.
All
right.
So, well, good. Well, that's good to hear. Any other reports going on?
No, those are the big things right now. Again, this is the weird time of year where we're talking construction and possible snow. So just be ready for everything. Watch the 511 IA website or app, and again, sign up, put in your email and make a password, and you can customize your 511 reports. Like I said, I think it was last week, a couple weeks ago, whatever, when we ended up closing the ramps over on I-35. I got a notification that they were getting closed. So it's nice to have, and it's just lets you be prepared and know what to expect as you go out on the roads.
All right, something very, very good. The Iowa DOT update brought to you by the Mason City All Risk Insurance, and Pete gives us an update with everything going on around the area. I love it.
Sure, I try to.
Today's a big day, Pete.
It is.
It is, yeah. You know what day it is? Have you ever been caught in a prank like for April Fools?
If I have, I don't remember it, but I'm sure I have.
Right. I don't remember if you were at the. I don't think you were at the TV station at the time. A few years back, I wrapped Tyler Mickelson's car in Saran wrap.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that a prank or is that just mean?
Come on, I'm not a mean guy. He was a Packer fan. He wouldn't let it lie. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to fix this guy. So I saran wrapped his whole entire car.
Funny.
Yeah. So he had to cut his way into it.
Yep. No, I know I have my guard up. I'll just put it that way.
Exactly. Hey, watch the toilets.
Yeah. I did. I have a friend who, on the kitchen sink, you have those sprayers.
Oh yeah, did you put rubber bands around it?
Yeah, he went as far as it was a black one. He went as far as putting a rubber band around it and then taking a Sharpie and coloring the rubber band black. So when his wife turned on the sink.
Oh, he let his wife do it?
Yep.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, that's him though. I'm sure she expected it.
Oh my. You know how mad my wife would be if I did that?
Yeah, I don't think I'd try that either. But yeah, it was successful. He got her.
Was he there when she did it?
I'm not even sure. I don't know for sure.
Oh, because if she wanted to get retaliation, all she'd do is just pull it out of there and just
Right.
spraying him.
Yep. No, that's one of the favorite ones I've ever heard.
Oh yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't do them anymore, because people sometimes they don't take them the right way.
Well, there's a difference between saran wrapping your car or telling somebody we're going to get 6 inches of snow when we're only going to get a dusting. There's a different level here and there.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, real quick, Pete. I was happened to catch the news this morning. Did you really? You drive a motorcycle, so you got to shift gears and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Did you grow up on a stick shift at all?
Yes, without a doubt. I drove grain trucks that were from the 1940s and 1950s. So yes, I've used stick shifts before.
So you know what grinding the gears.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, they say that they're talking about bringing that back even more.
Oh, for newer cars and stuff?
Yeah.
Really?
You imagine I tell you the entertainment value of watching that with the younger kids trying to drive a stick shift.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time since I've driven a stick shift, but the last car I drove that had a stick shift, it's nothing like driving those older ones. It's pretty easy. Now, don't get me wrong, you still got to be a little careful with the clutch when you let it out, but yeah, that's interesting. I had not heard that.
Yeah. Only 18%. I was surprised on this statistic. 18% of Americans know how to drive a stick shift.
Wow, that's low.
Yeah, I know. That just means a lot of us older people are like not around anymore to drive a stick shift.
Yeah, heavy on the word old, I think.
Well, we're talking great grandpa here.
There you go. Yeah, no, yeah, that's how I grew up. So I wouldn't mind that.
Nothing is more entertaining than sitting at a stoplight and seeing somebody that's never driven a stick or very new to it. And
Sure.
I watched one over at the McDonald's stoplight in Clear Lake.
Yep.
Man, that thing was hopping like a bunny. Honey. Man, it was funny.
Did they give any reason why they may be coming back?
No, I didn't catch that part. I just
Okay.
my jaw dropped that there was only 18% of Americans that know how to drive a stick shift, and that they're talking about bringing it back.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah. Huh. And I'd love to for entertainment value, Pete, I would love to have like a driver's course with, and maybe the DOT can set this up.
Yeah.
Always thinking, Pete, always thinking. And then just to watch them get in and see that there's 3 pedals on the floor
Right.
and trying to decipher what is what and what does what.
Let's take it to another level. How about 3 on the tree? Have you ever driven that?
Oh yeah, Grandpa had one of those, and that clutch barely worked.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, those were fun.
The second when you go up and over and then back up for third.
Yep. That one took me a little bit to get used to when I drove Grandpa's truck. That clutch is a little touchy. You want to be careful of that thing.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's a little touchy? But so yeah, and I still have a stick shift. My Jeep, my toy.
Yep.
That's a stick shift.
Okay.
Yeah. And I always love the fact that when you're sitting like an incline too at a stop sign, and then you got to get going again.
Yep.
You don't want to kill it.
Nope.
Oh.
There's a very, very delicate balance between the clutch and the accelerator at that point.
There is nothing. Like I said, it is funny to watch people, and we were all that way at the beginning too. Pete.
Right. Yep. Without a doubt.
Farm kids a little quicker on the pickup as far as the how to drive it.
Yep.
I think, but because we had some of those, you got to drive tractor and all that good stuff.
Correct.
But yeah, but I think that'd be a great entertainment value. Add that at the fair as a ride.
If you do a good job, you get to go pick out a big stuffed animal.
I run this course and up the hill and down, yeah, without killing it.
Right.
But yeah, I will forever have that image just branded in my brain of that car hopping through the intersection.
Sure.
God, that was funny. Oh,
Yeah. No, it would. Anytime somebody's trying something new, the results can be a little bit entertaining.
yeah. Oh, so I'm kind of curious. I'd be curious if people would text in or call in to say, who grew up on a stick shift.
Sure. I would guess that, in this area, you're going to get a much higher percentage than 18%.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And we know how to drive, right? Really. I mean, for the most part, but you get a few.
Yeah. Well, that seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't hard to shift the first time I used those grain trucks because Dad got in and put it in first gear for me and jumped out, and then he jumped in the tractor and drove the tractor to the field before I got there and was waiting there for me when I got there and jumped in the truck and took care of it. So I didn't have to shift at all. I just stayed in first.
Left in first gear.
It was like a quarter mile away from the farm, but yeah, I think that was my first experience driving.
In the meantime, RPMs are.
No, I couldn't because I couldn't reach the gas pedal.
He just had to get you rolling.
Yep, just had to get it going and idling. Like I said, it was about a quarter mile from the farm to the field, so he knew he'd beat me there with the tractor, and he was waiting when I got there, and he jumped in the truck and took it from there.
Get over.
Yep.
You got to climb over the stick shift to get over there.
Oh, no, he just drove and jumped in the driver's side and just kind of slid me over.
Yeah,
it was a bench seat then, Jay. It was an old bench seat, no bucket seats.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. It all was. And that's probably the reason why they built them that way.
Probably.
Think about it. And then you never tell Mom about the fact that you drove the truck because boy, oh boy, Dad gets in trouble. And then guess what? You don't get to do any of the fun stuff anymore with Dad.
Oh, Mom grew up on a farm too. She knew it.
Well, my mom didn't.
Yeah.
She was a city slicker from Des Moines.
Yep. No, we that was just a given. Everybody knew how it worked.
Yeah. But boy, those were the good old days, weren't they, Pete?
Yeah, it was a lot of good memories.
Oh, but that's so when I heard the stick shift was coming back, I thought, oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well, I'll be interested to see now if the brand new Cyber trucks have a stick shift.
Right, exactly. Man, yeah, I cannot remember the last time I've been at a dealership that had stick shift in it.
Yeah, I know I haven't. I think I've bought 2 vehicles in 13 years, so I'm probably not the best judge of what's there and what isn't. So,
first car I had, my Camaro, I bought when I was like 14 years old with my pig money. That was a stick shift.
Okay.
1980 Camaro.
Bet you wish you still had that.
I do wish I still had that. You can't buy a piece of junk Camaro for under $5,000 now these days.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been stuck in the Grove for how many years?
Sure.
Yeah. Still remember it had 85,000 miles on it. School teacher had it.
Oh, really?
At the time, an older school teacher, which was probably about 40 years old.
I was going to say, define old.
Yeah, right. Back in the day, it was 40 was, yeah. Ooh, an older school teacher had it. Now, I think we're both past that age now, Pete.
Well past that age.
Hate to hear what the kids are saying about us today.
Exactly. What they're saying about us right now.
A couple of old dudes on the radio.
Right.
Big shifts and fool's jokes.
Exactly.
Pete, I'll let you get back to work. I got to get back to work. I got to play some more music and all that good stuff and get Bob's latest news information too. So,
got to do that.
All right. Sounds good. Have yourself a great week. All right.
All right. You too, Jay.
That's the good stuff.